Hello, everybody. Welcome to a special OFLM podcast with the man, the big daddy, known as the gaffer of OFLM, Ceri Griffiths. Ceri, welcome to the show.
Good evening, all. I think that's probably the best title I've ever
had. Obviously, we could stand and talk, or could be here all night talking to you about OFLM, but I think tonight we put our heads together and we thought we'd come up with a special OFLM podcast tonight, and it's going to be on the Divisional Cup draw.
It is. It's going to be sounding exciting. So we're going to see who's going to face who in some of the we'll see these being more important cup now with this kind of open draw rather than just post up on the forum.
Yeah. And it's got to be very transparent. We've got a process. We're working to this process now. Hopefully, everything will go well. So
it's going to be sure that Milo gets a very difficult draw.
Yeah, we want him to have a hard draw. Hardest draw he could possibly get.
Club in every round.
Yeah, every round you get a Division One club up until the final when he probably wins it again. But okay, so let's go for this. So we're going to start with Division 4 now. I've got a selection of numbers from the Division 4 that I've been sent already by Ceri, and I'm going to randomly pick these numbers. I have no idea what numbers correspond to what teams in that division. It's all the same for all the divisions, all the way up through. So it could be anybody. The first team we draw out.
Numbers unique to each club. So and you don't know which these numbers correspond to any club. So it would be totally blind.
Yeah, well, excuse the pun with the blind football being away currently on an international camp. But if anyone does hear, there could be some interruptions here. There could be someone walking in through the door of the hotel. Ceri might have some issues his end as well. So we just have to bear with us as we move through this. Okay, so the first team we pull out is going to be the home team. Is that right?
That's correct, yep.
Brilliant. Okay, so here we go. Division 4. The first team that I'm going to select is the first number I'm going to select is known to be number 16.
Number 16 will be Aussie Built AFC.
Aussie Built AFC. Wow, now. Looking at Aussie Built, not know much about them, to be quite perfectly honest. We'll move on to number 60. Number 60.
Okay, so this concludes the first draw of our line. They're going to play in Solent City.
Solent City. Ooh. Is that Keith Butt?
It is, yeah.
All right, okay.
So they have a very, very interesting history. So they played each other mainly in Division 4. Probably like 22 games, and Aussie Built have won 14 of them.
Ah.
They've met once in the Division 4 First Cup. And that was a 3-1 win to Solent City back in season 9.
Nice.
They've only met each other twice in the cup, so there was an OFLM second round clash, which was an 8-goal fest. So Solent City ended up winning that one.
Nice.
So that's they've got some pedigree. The two teams should know each other, so that could be an interesting one. Whether the two managers get on with each other should be another thing.
No, well, we'll have to wait and see. That one could be an interesting one. But we're moving forward to the next team.
All right.
Okay, so we're going to choose number 50.
0 is WBA Baracus.
Oh, Luke Richards. There he is. We've seen so much said about him this season already. Selling Danny Marks, bringing in some young talent in Stelios, improving his team in the defence and midfield. He's looking like a real threat, potential to go up to Division 3, would you say?
It's a good possibility. 2-time runner-up in the Division 4 Cup. Yet to win it, though.
Not yet. Yeah, he's currently sitting third in the league. 1 point behind the current leaders, Tweedside Satans. A little bit against the predictions that were made at the start of the season by Addy. But he's sitting nice at where he is at the moment. So, okay. So moving on. What number? Number 5.
5? Now they're going to be playing Itty Bitty City.
Itty Bitty City.
Itty Bitty All-Stars they're now known as.
No, that's right. Yeah, Itty Bitty City. It's Itty Bitty All-Stars. Rob Newman.
Wow, this is another couple of teams who have been floating around the Division 4. They do have one Division 4 Cup clash. It's not looking good for Bitty All-Star. They lost that 10-1 back in season 10. And a bit of a trouncing. Was it Balbo double hat-trick by the looks of it?
Yeah. Looking at Rob quickly in his team, he's a good manager. He's been playing for quite a while now, so he's developing some really good links within the game. He's always committed on the forums. Again, he started his season at the moment. He's placed kind of around the sort of sixth position. He's not too far off the pace in the league, So it's going to be an interesting one to see if he focuses on the Divisional Cup. A lot of managers, they've all spread their sort of the targets over the season to sort of maybe concentrate on the league or maybe even to do everything. Something like Milo done.
They don't have. I don't think they have any trophies in the cup at the minute, do they?
Not at the moment. No, doesn't look like it. So trophyless. Maybe they'll look to try and improve in that respect. But
the Division 4 Cup will be the way to start, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. Right. So next number I'm going to choose for you is number 24.
24 is Devon Sunrays.
Devon Sunrays. Rob Mucklow. I know Rob Mucklow personally. He's a lad from Exeter. He's a cousin of Chris Opton. He's very new to the game, but he's very quiet as well. But he's just getting used to the game at the moment. So another opportunity here for him. And the number I'm going to choose for him is number 60.
6-0?
60, yeah.
We've already picked 6-0.
Have we?
Yep.
Oh, in that case, it'll be number 14.
4-0.
1-4, 14.
14. It's the Irish accent.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got Saxon Star FC.
Saxon Star FC. Saxon Star. They are a team currently, I believe, they are Mark Perry. Mark Perry's manager there. New manager. He's not been around too long. I mean, Rob Saxon had that team. And Andy Dockett, he had it for a little bit. So Mark's come in, and they're currently sitting probably around 14th place. So 8 points on the board so far. It's quite a competitive division, actually, Division 4. From 14th place all the way up to the top there. There's not much separating the teams.
They have a very recent history. So they've only played each other 10 times.
Really?
Most of those have been spread over the season as well, the noughties. They've got a one-sided 7 wins to 3 to the Saxons. They've already played last season. So they played in March, and that was a 7-goal thriller, which the Devon Sunrays just squeaked. Squeaked
home. So all to play for on that side then. And the next number 7.
7. Oh, this is Division 4 leaders, Tweeside Satans.
Tweeside Satans. They are the surprise team. Alfredo Gandalo. Is he a real manager?
It's a great name, though, isn't it?
It is a great name. It is a fantastic name. He's a very astute manager. He goes about his business very well. He's building a good team there. If it is a real manager. I don't know if it is. Who are they going to be playing? Well, I'm going to select number 43.
They'll be playing Swindon Local.
Oh, David Stone.
I love that one.
Oh, we know them. He's a class act, though, isn't he? Daft as
we played each other quite a few times.
Daft as a brush.
The majority of that is in Division 4. Well, in fact, all their league clashes have been Division 4. They have played each other in the Cup. Division 4 Cup looks like 3 times. So a quick scan through that. Tweeside. It is all square in that one. 4. Right, okay. The last time they played was in season 15. Swindon Locals won it 7-0. I can't see that being the result this time round.
No.
It'll be a good, especially as the last time they met, Swindon lost 8-0.
Wow. Pasting.
That could be interesting.
Oh dear, right. Okay, so we're moving on to number 46 in Division 4.
46 is the much improved
Blackheath, much improved under Edward Bean. His team is taking shape very nicely. All he needs is a bit more patience. So those youth developing away very nicely. His links he's got with some of the managers now, seeing his team rising. Currently sitting second in the league.
Sidetrack on that one, but 4 wins. Were they second or third in the table?
Yeah, second in the league. Yeah,
they had all of last season.
Absolutely brilliant. I'm really happy that he stuck with the team that he had and persevered, and that's exactly what I was talking about a few times when I was doing my interview about having a sort of philosophy and sticking with it, because Edward has done that and he's starting to see dividends now, and this could be an opportunity. It could be his season to get out of the division and push towards the next one. So the next number 29. 29.
Breffney Blue.
Breffney Blues.
Depends on how you say whether it's Welsh or English.
So Breffney.
They've never played each other.
Are they not? Wow.
This will be a first clash, probably because Breffney have been in higher divisions and they've just plummeted over the last couple of years.
They're a team in a terrible state.
Well, yeah, that's Breffney's first appearance in Division 4, so this will be their first ever match.
That's crazy, man. It really is. And do you remember the days when Breffney Blues were like, top division?
Yeah. They started off season 1. They were 9th in Division 1 back in them days. Of course, you only played 22 matches. They stayed in Division 1, then yo-yoed over the first couple of seasons. They were up and down up until season 8.
Yeah.
And then it's been a gradual decline. They spent several seasons in Division 2 before dropping like bricks.
It was Damien Murray's old school team, wasn't it? It was the team that he was most affiliated with before he started hopping clubs around when he was in and out of the game. But I remember him and his building a team there, and then all of a sudden the team was getting old, and then it was just a case of it plummeting down the divisions. It's very unfortunate.
Well, it looks like, I think in that one you're going to be favouring Blackheath on that one.
Absolutely. On form, you'd say Blackheath Bulldogs there are the team to watch, and the team to probably be putting into the hat for the next round. Division 4, the next number 41.
Deportivo Azrael.
Adrian Burke's team.
He's going to love this, though.
He's going to love this, isn't he? He is.
Well, he knows that the division, the league leaders are out of the way there, so this could be an opportunity for him.
Currently sitting mid-table exactly in 8th position there. So the number I'm going to choose is number 47.
You are looking at Seven Sisters.
Seven Sisters FC. Gary Reid doing a really good job currently at developing his midfield players and his all-round team. He's done a lot of transfers in the off-season. Some of them have been under the radar, and he's another one to watch. Getting the hang of the game. Currently sitting 5th in the table in playoff position on 12 points, only 2 points off the pace. So competitive game, that one. Not much in it for Addy's currently on 10 points, so there's nothing in that. It could go either way.
Competitive division as well. They're very evenly balanced. They don't have any kind of big history. Played 8 games. Deportivo leaded 3-2.
Yeah. That could be a good game to watch, that one. Real close affair. Tactics is going to be really important in that. 2 teams left to draw. God, we've been talking 20 minutes here. Division 4, next team, number 32. 32.
That is Sporting Aldershot.
Sporting Aldershot.
2-time Division 4 winners, isn't it? Division 4 Cup winners.
That's right. And Jeffrey Hawes has been playing this game a long time, hasn't he? He's always been a really nice guy. He's a very quiet manager, but you message him, you always get a response. And again, his team is getting on a bit now in age, and is finding themselves back sort of yo-yoing between the Division 4 and Division 3 quite regularly. So the next number is going to be number 52. So who they're going to be playing? Number 52.
This is Duckler.
Duckler. Wow. Joe's got a draw. So talk me through Joe. What happened there? So he's come back to the game. He's at Slough Celtic.
Come on, that was an ambush there.
No.
Let's say, look, me and Joe have known him a long time.
Yeah.
And he was starting perfect United, his team was. And he was committed, very much a participant in the early days. We had a bit of a mix-up, and all was forgiven. So
Brilliant. No, he's a nice guy, Joe. From what I've not known him very long, obviously, but we had quite a few messages back and forth, and he seems like a nice, good egg.
He knows this stuff. He knows well from back from the FLM days. So he knows how all that works.
Yeah.
Just needs to reorientate himself in how the developed OFLM is working.
He's sitting currently, I think, in the top 30 managers still in the game. So I mean, that shows that he knows what he's doing.
He's got a lot of history behind him in OFLM. He's got a lot of seasons under his belt.
Yeah.
He's not having a great return at the minute. It doesn't look like. I don't think Duckle will be the favourites to go through in that one.
No, I wouldn't say that. No.
Good luck to Joe anyway.
So currently, if we've done everything right for the Division 4, we've currently got 2 teams left to draw.
Yep.
And I'm going to choose number 34.
34 is FC Santo Oviedo.
Santo Oviedo. They're a team currently managed by Ricardo Silva. Is that a real manager?
Yeah, I messaged him about there's a place called Maia in Portugal.
So he's Portuguese, this guy, and I don't recall him. He's posted on the forum. He's got 29 forum posts. I've never sort of caught him on there. So
you're always moaning about not having any money. I know that.
Yeah, yeah. I think if we've done this correctly, number 17 should be Flint Tropics.
Right.
And Michael Bridge. And currently they've made some transfers in the last couple of weeks of the game to update their midfield or to improve their midfield. Sold a player to Andy Doherty at Liberty City, improving the centre forwards and going a little bit older in centre forward. And I think, Kerry, this is a great move for them, improving their forward line in Division 4.
Santo Oviedo don't have a very good record against Flint Tropics. Flint lead at 9-2. But it seems that maybe Santo Oviedo found their level in Division 4. So that could be an interesting game.
Absolutely. Santo Oviedo currently 12th in Division 4, 9 points on the board, not too far off the pace. Again, the division is very competitive.
That division.
Again, same thing. But I can see from what I've looked at Flint Tropics in the last couple of days that those 2 centre forwards that they've invested in for that division being higher rated towards the top end of 25, 20 upwards. I think that they're going to be a threat now, pushing on. Going to look to kick on. So yeah, I'll keep an eye on them. So we're through Division 4. Fantastic.
So I'm going to see if I could actually publish the draw. Do you want to wait until this is broadcast, or?
Yeah, we can wait. Yeah, we can wait.
People can see the draw as it's coming out. As soon as people have listened to the podcast, then we'll put the draw live.
Class. Brilliant.
How about that for a team?
Oh, working well, yeah. Okay, so are we ready to go for Division 3?
Let's go for Division 3 then.
Okay,
first
so
number out.
First number out will be number 61.
One is the Toto Project.
The Toto Project. David Hardett. I think that's how you pronounce it. Been very busy in the off-season trying to improve defence. It's an area where he's looked to try and improve. And now...
A lot of work to do in that club too.
It was a hell of a lot of work to do. I think it was Steve McQueen's club.
Oh, well remembered.
Yeah, and he had some good defenders, and I think there was a real overhaul there. Lots of defenders left, and there was a lot of sorting out to be done. But looking at a quick scan, it's a very sort of balanced team for Division 3. They currently are sitting towards sort of a mid-table 6th place, so they're doing a good job. They're in the playoffs, 13 points on the board. So yeah, good opportunity there for them. Let's see who they're going to be playing. They're going to be playing whatever number 8 is.
That is Tassie Tigers.
Tassie Tigers. Where are Tassie Tigers? Tassie Tigers are currently 8th place, 10 points.
It doesn't show. There's not much to split between them, but they're head-to-head. All games have been in Division 4. They haven't played since 14th of February 2008.
Robert Astle
lost there because Total Project won 10-0.
Wow, that is a spanking, isn't it? Well, so Rob will be looking to try and improve on his team's history there, moving forward.
Defenders go counter attack.
Yeah, definitely. Right, so number 63.
See Valladolid.
I see Gwilym John from your neck of the woods.
He's still living around here, is he?
I don't know if he's living there or not. I think he's Welsh, isn't he? Or is he British? British national.
Hang on, there's a difference here, bud. But we'll get into that again.
We'll get into that. Yeah. Gwilym. He's British. Yeah, nationality British on the forum. That'll do. Not going to get into that. Right, anyway. So, we got next number 35. 35, yeah.
That is FC Palace.
Ooh.
So you have to say that Valladolid are going to be favourites in that one.
Well, you currently got FC Palace sitting in third place in Division 3. They've got some very good strikers, and AC Valladolid currently in the relegation zone only on 4 points in Division 3. So, it's on form, you would say that Rob Lawford's team, FC Palace, have got a real good opportunity there against Gwilym. But Gwilym is a tactical genius and has a fantastic goalkeeper in his goal from Cornish Revolution in Sam Saran. So that could be a real interesting tie. Not so straightforward as maybe some people might think.
Not only picked for Gwilym though, so not only does the league position not favour him, he's never beaten FC Palace.
Oh.
That could be a foregone conclusion before we even start.
It might be. I'm moving swiftly on to number 62.
That is Dudley Dragons.
Dudley Dragons, managed by Daniel Perry, doing very well. They're currently top and doing fantastically. They're the favourites. They're expected to do very well, and they're doing exactly that. The team they're going to be playing against is number 23.
It's Atletico Baghdad.
Atletico Baghdad, currently sitting at the bottom of the league with no points.
That couldn't have been a worse draw then.
No, couldn't have been a worse draw. And I think Daniel's probably rejoicing now. Fist in the sky.
We will say, in defence of Atletico Baghdad, they're currently unmanaged, even though we've given them Ron Atkinson for now. They did win the Division 4 Cup in season 14, according to the stats. Or was that just...
Wow.
Division 4 Cup, yeah.
Okay.
They got some trophies, but maybe they're struggling this season.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think what we got there as well is it's Carl Watts was the manager there, and since he's left, they've not had any stability, and players have got old, and there's been no one there to really help them sort it out. So I can understand why they're starting to sort of deteriorate, so to speak. So it's all against them in that tie.
But then they have all to lose.
They have it all to lose, indeed. Number 55.
55. Villa Stripes AFC.
Yeah, Villa Stripes, 10th in the league currently. Matthew White, he's got his striker academy. He's got some good links with the managers in the game again. And, it's a competitive position he's currently in. He'd expect to rise a little bit higher than that. And he's going to be facing number 2.
That will be Hebden Bridge.
Jason Hopton's team, Hebden Bridge Aliens, currently sitting 7th in Division 3 with 12 points, and doing a real good job actually. Like Hebden they've kind of really sort of been around that 3rd division for quite a few seasons. They had that little stint in Division 2, but they quickly came back again. But this is a guy looking to build a team, and certainly a team around defenders with his coach and trying to trade in other positions as well at times. But so interesting manager there. So number 13.
Oh, moving on, right, okay. As I say, they've had
sorry, was that?
Quite a few meetings together.
I'm losing track.
What's that?
I'm losing track of who we've drawn, who we haven't drawn.
The last last draw we had was 55 Villa Stripes AFC against number 2 Breckenbridge A.
Great. Okay, so that's a competitive game. That's going to be an interesting one, I think. Okay, we ready for the next one?
Fire away.
Let's go with number 13 then.
Brahman Bulls.
Brahma Bulls, Guy Walsh. And they are currently sitting 11th place in the league. 7 points on the board. Always looking to sell players and do deals is Guy Walsh. And he's going to be facing number 48.
Brothers Revolution. Sorry, Mark.
Wow. There he is. The man himself. The Messiah. Currently sitting number 1 in the all-time rankings. The man who's won everything there is to win. What does the head-to-head say?
There's not much in it. They've only played each other 6 times, all in Division 3. Brothers leader 3-2.
Nice. Not much. It's all to play for there. The positions in the league. They're right next to each other. Nothing in it. Brahma are currently in 11th. Brothers are in 13th, just above relegation, but it's 2 points in it. So it's a competitive game, competitive tie.
I think Mark is club in that division this season.
Yeah.
A good result.
Number 22.
22. PSV Rangers.
PSV.
The manager.
Well, I think if they don't submit again, Peter Langdon is the manager there at the moment. And PSV, even though they've had some issues in the last week or so, they're 5th in the league, 13 points, playoff position. I think Peter might not have submitted the last couple of weeks, so I'll have to wait and see on that one. Number 5.
If I remember correctly, Mark used to work with him, so I might have to put a rocket up his backside.
Yeah, I might have to give him a little nudge. Yeah. Number 55.
55. That will be Villa Stripes AFC.
Have we said? Oh, we had Villa Stripes already.
I think so.
We have. I might have forgotten to delete that one.
As in they've been drawn out already?
Yeah.
Correct, yeah. So you'll have to redraw that one. Sorry, Villa Stripes.
Sorry, Villa Stripes. I forgot to delete you off my spreadsheet. Number 38, I'll draw instead.
38. So PSV will play, or where they will host, the Vasco Veterans.
The Vasco Veterans and the most craziest manager in the league. Most outspoken manager in the league, the one that, he's an interesting character. He's got charisma. Chris Brannan speaks his mind. I like him. I think he's a good egg. He's a guy that's doing some good work with Vasco. They're currently sitting 4th. So you've got a 5th place playing against a 4th place, and there's not much in that.
You're the favourites there. I'm not sure whether PSV manager is keeping his head in the game for that one. Pardon the pun.
Yeah.
It should be interesting. They've never played each other, so that should be a good chance to get a one-upmanship.
I wonder if Chris Brannan's going to be fuming with that that competitive
draw.
draw.
I'll be excited by that one.
Oh yeah, I think he should be.
Points off of that win.
Yeah. 2 ties left to draw then. So I'm going to choose number 10 as the next number.
At least I'm home. Richmond Heights FC.
Here he is, look. Here he is, the man. He's got every bit of tactical code known to man. His team is it's an aging team. It's a team of experience. It's a team that have been there and done it. He's got the great Vin Blocker in the back line. He's got Gilmore McGinley in the midfield. He's got Dobrevsky up front. He's had him for years. He's got Beck there. He knows his team inside out. He knows how to get the team and how to get a win. He's going to be playing against number...
You've won the cup before. So
You have won the cup before.
Who's left? Who have we got?
Number 21.
That is Hawker FC.
Hawker FC. They're 15th in the league, so second bottom. And they've got no manager.
So now we can say there was no fix in that.
There was no fixing in that. You're currently no managerless Hawker FC. But they will have will have an assistant manager managing their side, and it's not a bad side. It's not like it's a walkover for you. So it's going to be a competitive match for you there. What's your reaction to that?
Do you know what? I think that makes us a favour to go through, providing we don't do anything silly. Being at home is going to give us a distinct advantage, knowing how the opponents are going to line up and what they're going to come with. I think we should be slightly favourites without being too confident about going through them.
Cool. Nice one. So we've got 2 teams left. One last tie. Number 18.
Is Dubai Desert FC.
Oh, so interesting. Got the Rob Saxton effect going on there at the moment. So there's been a lot to sort out down at Dubai Desert, and it's been an absolute mess. So Rob Saxton's come in to do a job, and slowly but surely the deadwood has been got rid of, and yeah. So again, Dubai are kind of a team that's kind of dropped down a lot of the divisions. Number 26 is the last team.
26.
Tolstoy Dynamo, yeah. Tolstoy Dynamo are currently sitting in 9th position in the league on 10 points. Really in the cluster of teams there for that playoff position. Matthew Myatt is again, a well-known manager in the game who's getting the best out of his team that he can at the moment with the Defenders Academy. So have those teams played each other?
Yeah, they've got a 6-game history together. Dubai had that with 4 wins to 2. They met in the season 17 Division Cup first round.
Ooh.
And at that time, there was a 91st minute winner for Pittman, which saw Tolstoy Dynamo progress.
Wow.
And they beat that.
A dark horse for this, and I know it's a real dark horse, but I think Tolstoy Dynamo, they've got a way of getting through games. An OFLM Cup as well, I believe they've done all right in the past. I can say that now.
Runners up in the Division 3 Cup in season 16.
Yeah, sorry, not the OFLM Cup, the Divisional Cup.
Leicester Lightning, who had absolutely dominated that for the last 3 seasons.
Yeah. So it's an interesting tie again. Halfway there. Yeah, we're doing all right. I'm doing all right. It's a little bit mishmash, but we're moving through windows and getting these numbers down. So are we ready for the next league?
All right, Division 2, here we go.
Here we go, number 53.
Is Real Revolution.
Real Revolution is currently sitting 3rd in the league on 14 points. It's a team that's currently managed by Jack Connolly. He's come into the game in the off-season and he had to learn the ropes really quickly. He had some issues to sort of work through with his team, quality of staff, getting his head around all of it. But he seems to have got there.
Well, you got his way.
He got his way. I don't know. See, these are the things that you have to deal with that I just don't have to know about, which is great. But yeah, okay. So he's the next team there is going to be number 1. Let's go for number 1.
Real Revolution will be hosting Liberty City.
Oh, Andy Doherty. Andy Doherty currently sitting 13th and in the league. And we all know Andy Doherty is a real top manager in the game. He's currently in the top sort of bracket of the managers on the MPPs. He's been around the block many times and to the top division. Has he won the Divisional Cup before?
The Division 2 Cup? Or
Yeah,
any
cup. He's won cups before. He's won, let's have a look. He's team trophies, manager trophies.
He's got a couple of trophies. He's got that's a Division 1 Cup winner in season 12.
Yeah.
And he does have a Division 2 championship from season 3, again showing me how far back Docco goes in this.
Plenty of experience there to that tie. Could be a real interesting one. I won't write Docco off at any chance. Real have got some great strikers, but yeah, it's a good competitive draw, that one. Number 59.
Colin, at least you're at home. Lewis Firefly.
Oh, we've got him at home. Get on. Colin will be happy with that. Number 10th in the league. I know he's been playing many years. He's a great guy. Working really hard on his team. He's grinding. It's a grinder. I call grinding. He's working hard on that team. They're getting better and better every season on defenders. Trying to be as competitive as he can. Number 11.
They do have pedigree in the Division 3 Cup, which they've won twice. I think since they've got the Division 2, and then Colin needs to just establish himself and see if he can push forward a little bit with them. Should be interesting, depending who they get.
Yeah. Number 11, I said. Number 11, yeah.
Leicester Lightning.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
That could be a tough one. Leeds Colin is at home. They do have quite a lot, as you'd imagine, quite a lot of history when they've played each other in Division 3 and some games in Division 2 already. The head-to-head is exactly the same.
Wow.
6 apiece.
Leicester Lightning managed by Emlyn Brennan, and Emlyn Brennan
hasn't lost a Divisional Cup match for 3 seasons.
He is a beast when it comes to the Divisional Cup, and his team taken shape fantastically well. How the hell he has that many players, I don't know.
That's a lot of contracts.
A lot of contracts. Those contracts are being used very well. So we'll move on. So we've got number 15.
1-5?
1-5, yeah.
Aero Galaxy playing at home.
Ray Wallace, fantastic manager. Said it many times. Currently second in the league. Real competitive guy. Made many good deals. Number 39.
And then you're going to be hosting Dragon Revolution.
Kevin Yao. They've met quite a few times over the years.
That's a 15-match head-to-head, split even 6 wins apiece with 3 draws.
Wow.
One cup match they played back in season 13. It was an OFLM Cup second-round game. Aero Galaxy did take the lead in that match, but there were 2 second-half goals in the last 15 minutes which saw Dragon through.
Yeah, this is going to be a hell of a game, this one.
Looks like Dragon are on an unbeaten run against them, though. Last time Aero won was back in my birthday, 2010.
Goodness me, that is a while ago. 2010. So we're talking quite a few seasons there. Cool. All right, moving on. Got number 3.
This is the one club in this game I have no idea how to pronounce. But we'll go with the 3-letter abbreviation, VSK. How do you say that?
VSK Korosho, I'd say it. Korosho?
It's in Russia somewhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
VSK 200, which I think was the manager's number plate for his car, which is where that came from.
That's class.
He changed it to that one. I have no idea how to say it.
Lewis O'Donnell is the manager of VSK, and they're going to be playing against number 54.
Julie Allen Thistle.
Yeah, Ronnie Hutchinson. Currently sitting in 12th position. So you've got VSK in 15th versus Leyland Thistle 12th in the league. So it's a close one, that. What's the head-to-head say?
It's very even again after 17 games. 5 wins apiece with 7 draws. Only 1 cup match between them in that history. Back in December 2005, an OFLM third-round match, OFLM Cup third-round match, which VSK sneaked 3-1. Again, that was in extra time. A couple of goals there from an OFLM legend, Trevor Battersby. Might be before your time, that time.
Oh yeah, that's before my time. I remember Trevor Battersby though from many times he smashed one in against the tower. I think he's actually still in the game. And Battersby is, or there is a Geordie Battersby.
No, you're talking about the Red Star. This is the other guy, Trevor Battersby.
Yeah, Geordie Battersby's at AC Koulios. He's a 40 rated striker as well. But going back to these two teams, I've actually just looked at both their teams. A very even game. Both have got 30 rated strikers that can bang goals in. Midfield's very competitive. Defense is decent. This could come down to like tactics again. So yeah, that's a very good competitive game. Number 57. Moving on.
37, playing at home will be Auckland United.
Auckland United. Ben Peters. He's currently his team
You go.
right up there, aren't they? Middle road. Next number 37.
This is going to get interesting. Dublin Dominators.
Oh, the Dublin Dominators. Mark McConnell. I'm surprised currently that Mark McConnell is only in 8th position in the league. They're a team I would have or sort of expect as the season goes on. I think their team will get stronger and stronger. Real strong. We've just come.
Last season, so
Yeah.
Big struggle for them.
It was just a bit too much from last season. I think that they just didn't have enough in the goalkeeper and the defence weren't quite up to the standard that needed in Division 1. But so that's quite a competitive one. Look, 8th versus 9th.
Yeah, and those two teams have never played together. So
there we go.
Going down and Auckland going up at the minute.
There's a first. Oh, another first in OFLM. So we've had 2 tonight that have never met each other.
Not often.
Doesn't happen often, no. 2 teams left, or 2 ties left to draw. Number 30 is the next number.
You should have 6 numbers.
Oh, have I? Oh dear. Oh no. So we've got only 4 numbers left that I've got here in front of me. Oh dear. Live draw.
We've done 5 times.
Yeah.
37. Away to 57 Auckland.
I've got 4 numbers left in front of me. Oh, everyone will be shouting for a redraw in a minute.
Right, you still got the numbers for Division 2?
Yeah, I've got 4 numbers left.
We've got 53, 1, 59, 11, 15, 39, 3, 54, 57, 37.
Right. I've got 4 numbers left in front of me. Shall we draw these out?
Well, whoever's left over will play, Joe.
Yeah. Number 30.
Slough Celtic.
Slough Celtic. They're currently 11th in the league. They have we've had a bit of turnaround of managers there. We've already spoken about that, so we're not going to do any more of that. We've had Rob Saxon there for a little bit as well. Since I think who's the other guy that was there? Pritchard was there. Luke Pritchard possibly, or James Pritchard, I can't remember his name. But since then, there's not really been any stability there. So there's been lots of manager turnover, but they're still a competitive team and they're still a good side. Obviously, they're dropping down the divisions at the moment. Number 51. Currently, Chris Hopton, unfortunately, one of my very good friends, currently sitting bottom of the league on in 16th for 2 points. So I think Chris can be competitive in this game.
On paper, the out-and-out favourites, so history doesn't reflect that. They've never beaten the Slough Celtics.
No.
7 games.
It doesn't favour him, but I just got this feeling that he could pull something up. He's tried so many different tactics that it keeps people guessing, but whether they're going to have a manager in charge by that time. And I think that if we can find a manager for Slough Celtic, there's got to be someone out there that would love to take them over. 2 numbers in front of me. The first one I've got is number 36.
6. Los Gringos.
Los Gringos. Luke Sefton. And, of course, top of the league currently. Really good side. We're working hard at the moment to try and sort his team out. Obviously, there's been a lot of issues around some of the things he's been facing personally with his team. But, it's a very young side and he's trying to go about it with a approach to sort of the youth setup. He's been... Was he in Division Liberty City? Were they? Sorry, no. Los Gringos. They were in Division 1 last season. Was that right? I'm trying to think now. Possibly, yeah. And they're going to be playing against number 12.
So that's your last number, yeah?
That's me last number, yeah.
That's Red Star Spartak.
Red Star Spartak, yes. Nick Jones. Red Star Spartak. 7th in the league. sort of in that mid-run there, 12 points on the board. There's not much in it really in that sort of from sort of all your teams from sort of second down all the way down to around the 8th. There's not much in them. Sort of reflecting how competitive that division is to get out of getting up to Division 1. What does the head-to-head say?
What we'll try and do is quickly work out what the two numbers we're missing are. You're looking at 57. Oh, no, we've done that. Hang on a sec.
I know one of the teams that we're missing out. I'm just trying to work out the other one.
Yeah, but this blue and obviously blue. All right, so I think you got 6. 6 each one of the numbers. You've got 49, so what's your choice between those two?
I'll go with number 6.
Wyndham Vale Wombats.
Yeah, that was one of the teams I had. Wyndham Vale Wombats are currently sitting 4th in the league. Lots of changes there in the summer. Graham Wallace sorting out defence, making that a priority, trying to build a team for the future, offloading some of his older players, trying to get deals done, and finding himself in a very competitive position. And obviously that'll leave us with our last team in that.
That'll be Lawn Rangers.
Lawn Rangers, absolutely. So we've got that's the last one, Lawn Rangers. Was Darren Wallace's team before Daz left. Knew him well. Jay Gregory's taken over, and again, I think that team's good enough to get out of that division. And I wouldn't be surprised if they went up very soon. Unfortunately, no bad start to the season for them. Currently 14th in the relegation zone in the league.
These are two former Division 1 clubs. They have a lot of history with each other playing in Division 1.
Okay, here we go. We're moving on to Division 1 and the last division. So the first number is number 9.
AC Couriers.
AC Couriers by Sam Brown. Very competitive game I had against him this last week. Season on season, his team get better and better. So he's got that home draw against number 40.
That will be the Incredible FC.
Oh dear.
Not a very good pedigree for them because Couriers have never beaten the Incredibles in the last 6 matches.
Oh no. But Incredibles have got Rich Edmonds, who's come in with Mark Griffiths going out of the game. And I think they've done actually a really good job. I think he's done a good job, and I don't give him enough credit. But he's moving things on there very nicely, made a bit of a change. But again, every one of these ties is going to be competitive in Division 1. So less said about them, probably. Number 25 is the next number out.
Is Anfield Ducks.
And Johnny Walker, who hadn't turned up this week to try, but they're, again, what a legacy, what a team the Anfield Ducks are. They've always been in that top division. Yeah. Always been competitive. Number 44.
We will now play your host, Power of Revolution.
Oh, here we go, look. Here he is. He's got his teams come out. So, yeah, my team has finally appeared, and I'm playing Anfield Ducks away. What was my reaction to that? I tell you what. Well, Johnny, if you don't want to turn up for that one, be my guest. But yeah, it's a good draw. Obviously, we'd like to be at home, but being away, it's another game. It's another opportunity to get probably some of my sort of like fringe players, maybe some game time. I say fringe players, I mean my sort of lower 30 rated players. But yeah, I mean, I actually got to the final this one year and just fell at the last hurdle. I think it was Perfect City that we lost to, and I just would like to try and win something because, yeah, we've not won anything yet. And
if you're knocking at the door, I mean, your league position at the moment isn't really a true reflection of how your club has performed over the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I mean,
you've got 1 or 2 trophies. Then?
I mean, the club might have some trophies. I don't, and I think we've just been a bit just fallen at the last couple of hurdles with the few injuries really have killed us like in the league last season when I thought we were going to do it, and it just didn't happen, and that was fair enough. The keeper getting injured this season, again like last season, at the end of last season, it's happened at the start this time. That's kind of been a real bit of a bummer, because you need that top-rated keeper. It's keeping the scores down. So we've had to play in a little bit of a different way, but we are going to be trying to be competitive in everything that we're in this season, and not, I think personally, like a few seasons, I've kind of just gone, oh, it's another cup, and I'll let it go, and that's not the right attitude to have. So we're just going to try and be as competitive as we can, and try and develop some players at the same time. So the next number we're going to have is number 19.
Number 19 is the Hitman Uprising.
Yes, Milo Dunn at home. He'll be so happy.
Yeah.
He'll be.
Get him a Division 4 club.
Yeah, he can't get a Division 4 club. He wants one, but he can't have one in this particular draw. Right. So where's Perfect City's number? Number 4. We'll go with number 4.
Which one do you go for?
Number 4.
It's FC Wesley.
FC Wesley, yeah, brilliant. Matt Peters. I'd say Matt Peters, as an actual individual, does a lot for OFLM in terms of a community-based manager. Like, you can message a guy like Matt and you can get a response, and also he'll help you out with some players on occasion if he sort of trusts in you. Like when I was with Rob Saxton down at Dubai, or you're down at certain clubs. But he's been there and done it. He's won the league. Has he won the Divisional Cup? Not sure.
I don't know, but I got a better stat for you. There cannot be another person with this kind of record who is unbeaten against the Hitman in the last 3 matches.
Wow.
So they won the last game in February this year. So that was last season, week 20. And there were 2 draws season before that. So that could be... the 2 seasons before that. So there was one. Both of those were away matches for FC Wesley. So
that could be
a pretty amazing stat there.
That's a tie and a half. That is. Milo will fancy being at home though. So
he goes for everything, isn't he? So he's looking at winning everything, smashing the records out of the park in one big season.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's the ego of the man, but that's a good thing. And FC Wesley are currently, what I'm looking at the team. I know the team anyway. You're looking at their team and going goalkeeper. If they had the goalkeeper that was 40 rated, you'd be going, wow, this team. And just that little bit lower rating, Milo might just fancy to bring those 40 rated strikers, one of the many that he's got, out to play. So yeah, that could be Milo through the next round. We don't know, but number 58 is the next team.
You're looking at Stratton Road.
And Mark Condon, the godfather of OFLM, another man I know very well. Been playing quite a long time as well. And having a good season so far.
Yep.
Right up there. Yeah, he's up there and he's competitive, just above me at the moment. But
at the moment, yeah.
I mean, every sort of. I think since he's been in Division 1, he's kind of staying up there. He's been just teetering on the relegation zone, but just having enough to just keep himself up and develop his team that little bit further. Not many players in his team. The players he's got, though, are really good. Quality of staff is improving all the time. And they're going to be playing against number 64. And David Hayner, his team, 12th place currently sitting in the league, and lots of deals being going on there all over the seasons, but it looks like he's got settled with his team now. And that one was going to be the battle of the strikers there, I think. It was both of those squads rely heavily on their 40 rated strikers to get them the goals, to try and get them through the games. I think Stratton's defence is slightly... their midfield's slightly better than Erigle's. That's where they lack, but Erigle's defence is slightly ahead of them, so it might balance itself out, this one. The goalkeeper of Stratton's is slightly higher rated at 32, so what did the stats say on that one?
Well, they've played each other quite a few times. 21 matches with Stratton edging at 10 minutes. They've met already this season. and that was 4-1 win for Stratford.
Okay.
Even though Ergal took a first half, so could be a case of a little bit of tactical naps there to get the early lead and then maybe shut up shop.
Yeah. Cool. I mean, both of those guys are renowned for that as well. They change their tactics on quite a bit, so not easy to read. Next number out will be number 20. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a difficult one for Stuart Stansfield because he's always doing deals and that and trying to sort his team out and selling players, getting players, selling them again, developing them. But he's yo-yoing between divisions at the moment. No points on the board so far. Probably going for the gains. Probably trying to pick him up. But the next squad they're going to be playing against number 42.
Is the old, probably sleeping legend, Olympic Milan.
Oh, there they are. So the 16th place club play the 15th place club in Olympic Milan, who 3 points and are in the relegation zone currently in Division 1. Richard Gubby.
Which is obviously a legend of the game. He is probably the main reason that this website is like it is. Notice like change jobs and get hectic over the last couple of years, especially with kids involved. So can't blame him, but after such a dominant, incredible, really, it's such a huge mantra, huge club to have within the game, to keep that level of consistency going. And we've seen Mark Fold, sorry, bruv. Whether Rich can turn that around, it's not impossible. And again, I think they're ever present as well in Division 1. They've always played every season.
He is an absolute legend of the game for many reasons, and he's the man. He's the code. He knows the code. So you got to be fancying Olympic Milan to come up with something.
This could be an interesting match as far as the history goes.
Yeah.
Because 8 games, and it's quite even. 4 wins to 3 for Olympic Milan. So it's been quite a close affair for the last couple of games. Just 1-0 wins. Milan haven't beaten Falkirk in the last 4 games. Last time they beat them was back in season 10.
Nice.
Probably a reflection of the slight stuttering that Milan are having.
Yeah, I mean it's difficult because of the amount of quality that they have, and it appears that season on season the squad gets older. But it's difficult because I didn't realise this, but you might get attached to these players. Mark was saying in his interview with Evadi and stuff, and I probably think that to a degree those players have won those many titles, so he might just need to he might be attached to them, So, and with this limited time and that, has he got the time to put that effort into trying to change the deals and what resources does he have to get those deals done? Possibly has he got the amount of money that everyone says he has? Has he got the time and effort to put in? You don't know, but he's still in Division 1. He's still battling away. He's always a difficult person to break down and get the result against. So
I'm not sure that could be interesting if Milan don't make it through that one. I think they've got good pedigree. They have won a couple of titles. They've won 3 of the Division 1 Cups. So, but again, most of that was done in the first 8 seasons. So maybe not so much recently, but could be if Rich doesn't win that game, that could be a tipping point for them.
Yeah. Okay. We'll move on to the next team. Number 31.
31.
Oh, of course we've got the Scrappington Rovers. Luke Mitchell, 3rd place last season in the league.
Time winners of the Division 1 Cup.
Yeah, and always competitive, always a difficult opponent to play against. The manager and also the squad had an overhaul, transfers in his forward department, needed to get a coach in the door, he's got that, and now they're going to be playing against number 56.
Stockport Borough.
Yeah, Stockport Borough. So to the two, Simon Hallows Simon's currently sitting 14th, so just in the relegation zone, 4 points. And Scrutlington are sort of mid-table at the moment. But, I mean, like you say, Stockport are still a competitive team. They've got some excellent players in their squad. So what does the head-to-head say on that particular fixture?
It's 9 wins to Scrutlington Rovers, 5 to Stockport Borough, but they've already met this season. It was a 6-2 trouncing Stockport Borough in the OFLM Cup this round, so that's Scrutlington dropping out of the first round of the OFLM Cup to see how it might happen.
Yeah, it was a shock.
Well, that's so recent. They've got an up and down cup pedigree. The OFLM Cup, they were knocked out in the first round back in season 15 as well. So I think it's a good chance for an upset there.
It's the funny thing is as well is that we were just talking about the deals that they were doing. They've done deals. The deals that were being made by Scrutlington were made with Stockport Borough, and Stockport Borough were getting the centre forward. So they'd actually taken the the Scrutlington centre forwards, Fowler, and he's gone in there and he's scored against them. So that's a really funny one. But yeah, okay. So we got 2 ties left. Number 33 is the next team.
33. Cornish Revolution.
Oh, here he is. Chris Conway. My mate Chris Conway. Oh, he's at home. You'll be happy with this. I mean...
You've won a couple of games after going 5 successive draws in Division 1.
Oh, it's incredible. I couldn't believe it. I was winding him up something proper about that. But, I mean, looking at, like, his overall squad and that, and you look at the players he's got in it, and for the future, you'd be saying, I thought this season he might push on a little bit, and if he can just stop conceding goals, I mean, he might have a chance. But number 45.
45 is Perfect City.
Oh no!
In the game.
The man himself, Ben Walker, the Cup King. I mean,
this is looking like a foregone conclusion for Ben. 12 wins to 6. He did meet in the Cup back in season 16 when Cornish scooped through 3-2.
It's, I mean, what a tie that is, and it's unfortunate for Chris. He'll probably be a bit disappointed with that one. But Perfect City and Ben Walker currently 4th in the league. A man who constantly mixes tactics up, never keeps people guessing all the time. He's competitive every season. He's got competitive on all fronts. I mean, Cup King in the league, he's always up there in the top 6 ties in the game. And in terms of cups, his return is fantastic.
Ben's been someone who's been in the game for a very long time. Originally best mates with Joe Foley and Doherty. And he had a choice a good couple of seasons ago where he knuckled down and really put some effort into Perfect City. And that turned into trophies. They won the division, dominated in the cup. It was 5 seasons, something ridiculous, an amazing record. So Ben looking to re-establish himself a little bit and see whether he can get some more silverware back.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, I think he's one of my toughest opponents to play against. So, and that's giving him some credit because I think he deserves it. And we've got 2 numbers left. The number I'm going to choose first is number 28.
28 is Fair City Swift.
And here's another guy who deserves some credit. It's Chick Suter, mixing it now in Division 1, having had many seasons in the lower echelons of the league, but because he's built a side, now he is trying to compete. And to be fair, 11th, 8 points.
His first season in top flight.
No, exactly. I fancy this guy could stay up. And he's competitive. He's a competitive manager. He's always looking to better his team. Plus, works quite well with the other managers in the game. Good egg. And the last number we've got, 27.
Last year, the independent champions, mostly Congress.
Here we go. Mike Bernard.
Had an amazing couple of seasons last year, didn't he? So.
Yeah. Mike and Mike Milo a really well. Mike, talking about Mike here, the squad, how it changed over this like over the off season period, and it's particularly this season and last season. Selling some goalkeepers that he was developing, and then all of a sudden building a team up in other areas. Now it's like it's a formidable team. It's a team that you look at and go, "Wow, this team have got longevity. They've got players in all positions, and now quality of staff obviously improved, and now that's why they're able to be competing on all fronts and head to head."
Yeah. Mostly Harmless will be looking to progress here. They've got 12 matches between the two. 6 wins for Mostly Harmless, only 1 for Fair City. They have the last 2 matches they both played spread by a couple of seasons, both been in the cup. One of them went to penalties. At the moment, I don't have the result for that one. That would have been this season. So I think Mostly went through on penalties there. No. Fair City Swifts went through on penalties, didn't they? That was an upset. So Mostly are now out of the OFLM Cup. You've also got then a narrow win again in extra time for Mostly Harmless back in season 16. So although the head-to-head favours Mostly Harmless, you could be looking at an interesting tie there, one that Mr. Bonhart could step on there if he's not careful. Or
Yeah.
take Fair City too late.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, it's always brilliant when you see one of them sort of the ticker go into injury time and then extra time on the cups and that. You're not quite sure what's going to happen next. But I mean, he's had some. To be fair to Mike, he's had some good results in extra time, and when he beat Milo in the OFLM Cup final, and before he'd sold Big Duncan Bernard, who was making, he's kept him in that game. But yeah, it's that's going to be an interesting one, and that's it. We've managed to get there.
Well, it's just a little over an hour and a half, so not too bad. Not
Wow.
sure we get TV time on this.
No, I don't think we would. But we've rattled on. We've made a few mistakes, but I think this has been quite fun, and it's a different dynamic to the draw. And everyone's going to listen to it, and I don't think they're going to be able to stand up for another hour and a half of this. But yeah, good.
Be interesting. Some people might want to fast forward, but I think it's interesting that we've started at the bottom and worked way up.
Yeah.
It's an interesting, little different way of doing things, and I've enjoyed it. It's better than just publishing the thread. So as soon as you put this little podcast up, people can have a listen to it, and then we'll publish the results on the forum.
Yeah, that'd be great. And just before we finish, I just want to ask you one question in regards to the Divisional Cup, and in terms of like managers might be sort of thinking, oh, should I put some effort into this competition, or should I focus on the league? Tell me a little bit about how Divisional Cup that weights towards your MPPs, your quality of staff, or sorry, your team's rating. Just give us if you can, without giving too much away, but just how it's important this cup is.
It's still a chance to win some silverware.
Okay.
It's a simple way where you can establish yourself for a cup. It is pretty much like the League Cup in real football, where it's not seen as the biggest cup to win. But having said that, a lot of people put their effort into it, and we can see the progress that's made by winning matches, by winning trophies. It increases the happiness of the players, makes their ratings a little bit better when they're playing games. If you win more games, which means you're likely to get promoted. So although its weighting is not as important, and it's sometimes seen like that as managers, it can have, if you look at Leicester Lightning, for example, 3-time winners, 3 successive seasons they've won Division 2 Cup. Now they're pushing forward for promotion to some of the big leagues. So you can see that the progress is done there. And in some cases, it can be a chance to snatch an easy win and have a trophy in a cabinet.
Yeah.
Like you say, it depends on the manager, it depends on what their focus are. I know that a few other people will just rather blood some younger players on it. And that's fine, as long as they go about it the right way. And we're not talking silly scores of 32-0 and things like that. So there's a way to play it if you do want to treat it as a secondary target and blood some players. Again, which is important. I think people should be using their sub-commands to bring on people from the bench. Giving away some free tips here. Just to keep the squad happy, give them some minutes and make sure then when contract negotiation time comes, it's not such a difficult thing.
Great. Well, that's brilliant. Well, thank you very much for giving up your time
You're very welcome. It's been good fun, Dan.
Top man, and I will just finish it there.